Think back to when you were 21. You got paid Friday. By Monday, it was gone. Some of it was a wild night out at the bars and clubs with your friends that turned into, let's just put it on a card. Some of it was a random Amazon order at 1 a.m. Some of it just evaporated, the way money does when you're 21 and you never once looked at the number. Funny thing, you're not 21 anymore. You've got a real job, a real paycheck, maybe a mortgage, and maybe a kid. And if you're honest with yourself for 1 second, the money still disappears the exact same way. It's just leaving through nicer doors now, and that's not by accident. There's an entire industry betting that you never grew out of that habit, and they've spent billions of dollars making sure you wouldn't. Think about how hard it actually is to see your own money right now. Your paycheck gets split into rent, bills, savings, and spending before you even open your phone. Subscriptions renew themselves in the dark. Your buy now, pay later balance is scattered across 4 different apps on purpose, so no single screen ever shows you the real number. Ordering food takes 1 tap. Finding out what it actually cost you after the fees, after the markup, and after the tip you didn't mean to leave takes detective work. Meanwhile, you can recite the score of a ball game from 3 nights ago. You know exactly how many likes your last post got. Ask you what's in your checking account right now, to the dollar, dead silence. That's the business model. Keep you at 21 forever, just with better graphics. And the numbers back it up. Roughly 2 out of every 3 working Americans are living paycheck to paycheck heading into 2026. Not people in crisis, people with jobs, decent jobs. Americans are sitting on over $1 trillion in credit card debt at interest rates above 20%, which means the bank is making more off your balance every year than most people get in a raise. And 59% of people couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing or selling something. These aren't broke people. A lot of them make good money. The 21-year-old habit didn't go away. It just got more expensive. So let's go through your accounts one by one and meet who's still cashing in on it. First up, your subscriptions. That streaming service you forgot to cancel in March, still charging you in December. That free trial you downloaded for 1 weekend to watch a single show quietly became a real bill because nobody told you it would on purpose. That's not a glitch, that's the entire business plan. Companies have figured out that getting your card number is easy, and getting you to actually cancel is the hard part. So they hide the cancel button 3 menus deep, make you call a human being, and sometimes make that human being talk you out of it before they'll let you go. The average household is juggling more than a dozen subscriptions at once, and when people guess what they spend on subscriptions in a year, they're usually off by double. Stack up music, streaming, a meal kit you use twice, a cloud storage plan for photos you'll never look at again, and an app you forgot existed, and you're easily looking at $200 to $300 a month leaving your account on autopilot. Redirect that same $250 a month into a low-cost index fund instead for 30 years at the market's long-run average, and it grows into more than $500,000. At a conservative 8%, you're still looking at over $370,000. That's not pocket change. That's a house paid in cash for money you didn't even know you were spending. This is the adult version of forgetting you spent $40 at the bar on a Friday you don't remember, except now it auto-renews every single month for the rest of your life, whether you remember it or not. Second, delivery apps. That $15 lunch order isn't $15 anymore. Stack the service fee, the delivery fee, the inflated in-app menu price that's quietly marked up before you ever see it, and the tip you didn't plan on, and you're paying 30 to 50% more than the menu said. Order it 3 or 4 times a week, which is exactly what the app is designed to make feel normal, and you spent more on convenience in a year than most people spend on an actual vacation. One painless tap at a time. The genius of it is that you never feel the full number because it never shows up in one place. You feel a small charge today, a small charge tomorrow, and the total only exists if you go digging for it across months of statements, which nobody does. 21-year-old you at least knew you were blowing money on a wild night out. You walked out of that club broke, and you knew exactly why. Current you is bleeding the same amount, just $20 at a time on a Tuesday at 1 p.m., calling it lunch, and somehow ending the month wondering where it all went. Third, buy now, pay later. This is the cleanest version of the trick because it was built by people who studied exactly how your brain tracks money and then engineered around it on purpose. Chop one purchase into 4 payments, spread those payments across different apps so no single statement ever shows the full picture, and your brain stops tracking the total completely. You feel rich today and broke in 3 weeks, and you genuinely can't explain why, because by design, you were never supposed to see the whole number in one place. People using these services routinely end up juggling 5 or 6 installment plans at once without realizing it, which means next month's paycheck is already partially spent before it even lands. It's the exact same Friday to Monday disappearing act from when you were 21, except back then the damage was at least over by Monday morning. Now it's stretched across a month, sometimes 2, quietly compounding in the background so you'd never even notice it happening until the 5th payment hits and you genuinely don't remember what it was for. Fourth is your bank. Overdraft fees, maintenance fees, out-of-network ATM charges, none of these exist because you're irresponsible. They exist because banks figured out decades ago that the average person checks their balance after they spend, not before, and built an entire fee structure around that exact gap. Banks collect billions of dollars a year in overdraft and fee revenue alone, and the overwhelming majority of it comes from a small percentage of customers who get hit repeatedly because they keep checking too late. You're not paying for a mistake, you're paying a monthly toll on a habit you've had since you were 21, swiping a card without checking the balance first. Except now there's a real dollar figure attached and a bank employee whose entire job is to make sure that figure stays exactly where it is. Fifth is the sneakiest one because it never shows up as one single charge. It's the gas station snack you grabbed without thinking, the full price purchase you made on Amazon because shopping around for 5 extra minutes on other websites felt like more work than it was worth. None of these show up as one charge anywhere. They're scattered across 100 tiny decisions a year, each one too small to ever notice on its own, and that's the whole trick. Add it up over 12 months, and it's often the single biggest leak in the entire picture. Bigger than the subscriptions, bigger than the delivery markup, and it's the first one that disappears the moment you actually start paying attention, because once you can see it, it stops feeling free. Here's the part nobody selling you a budgeting app wants to say. This was never an income problem. About 40% of people earning $500,000 a year are also living paycheck to paycheck. $500,000 and still broke by the last week of the month. The 21-year-old in you didn't get smarter when the salary went up. You just traded the wild night out for a higher car payment and called it growing up.
So here's the move that ends it. 5 minutes a day. Open your accounts. Look at the real number, the actual balance. Scan yesterday's transactions for anything that doesn't belong. That's the entire fix. Imagine if 21-year-old you had done that. Imagine if just one weekend's worth of blown cash a month, instead of disappearing, had gone somewhere that grew. $10 a day. That's $300 a month. Stack that into a low-cost index fund averaging the market's long-run return of around 10%, and over a 40-year career, that one redirected weekend a month turns into more than $1 million. Even at a conservative 8%, you still cross 7 figures. Push it to $25 a day, and you cross $1 million in about 25 years. Webull lets you set this up to move automatically the day you get paid, before that money ever touches the account you actually spend from. So the same paycheck that used to vanish by Monday starts building something instead. Links in the description if you want to set it up yourself. You don't need willpower for this, and that's the whole point. Willpower runs out by 8 p.m. every single night, which is exactly when 21-year-old you used to make the worst calls, and it's exactly when subscriptions, delivery apps, and that buy now, pay later balance is still counting on catching you now. A 5-minute daily look doesn't ask you to resist anything, it just turns the lights on. And once the lights are on, it gets very hard to stay broke. Because every single thing that's been quietly billing you only works in the dark, and you stopped being 21 a long time ago. Drop a comment with the first subscription you're deleting the second this video ends. And if you want to see 7 bad money habits destroying your wealth, click on this video of mine next.